Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode here with Rotaries and Jet Skis. Today we will actually be doing our first video with a jet ski. We're not going to be working on the jet ski that will really get the majority of the screen time on this channel. It's actually my dad's jet ski that we're working on today, but here it is. It is a 1980 Kawasaki 440 or JS440. So it has a 440cc two-cylinder two-stroke in it. Still has the original decals on it. Really, to me, it's about the best option of factory decals they had on these jet skis. This one we got, well, I was still in high school for next to nothing, and it has been really, honestly, an almost dead reliable jet ski. There for a while, it was having an issue that I thought was a carburetor issue. I rebuilt the carburetor. Turns out it probably didn't actually need it. It had a break inside of one of the spark plug wires that was intermittent losing spark to one of the cylinders, is what it actually ended up being. Put new spark plug wires on it, and it ran great. Ever since then, it's been running really good. But earlier this summer, I took it out and I hit the starter and it didn't really do anything. I hit it again. Well, turns out starter's dead, and I believe it shorted because it really did a number on the battery too. So this thing needs a new starter. I ordered a new starter, and in this video I'll be going through and showing y'all how to replace the starter on one of these JS440s. I have never actually done this before. This one back here, which is my jet ski, it's a 1987 Kawasaki JS540 that has a 650 from like an 89-90 model in it. I had to replace the starter in that last summer. That one went out, but that jet ski is broken in so many ways, and eventually it'll go to Auburn and get completely redone, and it'll have its own series on that. Hopefully this jet ski, though, it can be, at least working wise, this one video replacing the starter, and that'll be that. Every other video will be like riding it. So I will get the cap off and everything, set the camera up so y'all can see down inside and see where the starter is. Got the cap off now, and sadly this motor is similar to the 650 in the sense that the starter is down here underneath the expansion chamber and the intake manifold. So to get to it, I'm going to need to take the exhaust off, which on this one I've never taken off before. I don't really want to, but it looks like I'm gonna have to get it out. I don't see any other way, especially to get the bottom bolt on that starter down there. But as you can see with the cap off, this thing is like totally original. Original gas tank. No longer uses the water separator. It's using a regular fuel filter now. But all the factory wiring, factory exhaust, no aftermarket expansion chamber, original carburetor, it is all still there. So I will try and get y'all set up on my tripod. The ground's a little uneven here, so I'll see what I can do about getting it set up so that y'all can see what I'm doing as I take this apart. Okay, so I got y'all set up on the tripod here. It's a little precarious. I need to be careful not to hit it, because if I hit it, y'all are probably ending up in the water. But so basically what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start with taking off these hoses with these hose clamps. Then I'm going to take this upper exhaust manifold off, I guess. I guess that's what you'd call this. I don't know the proper term for it. Then I will see about taking this expansion chamber down below off from up here. It shouldn't be that difficult. It looks like it's all in all, you know, like 6, 7 bolts. Hopefully all come off. Hopefully no gaskets will be torn up. If they do, that's gonna stink. But I think we can get it off. So I will go ahead, stop this, and then set y'all up for time lapse of taking this off. So I got the exhaust all off here. This gasket seemed to stay in one piece. It actually feels pretty soft too. So now you can actually see the starter. That's what we got to get off, which, looking at it, looks like there's these 2 bolts, and then I don't know if you can, I'm gonna stick y'all those 2 bolts down there, and then of course the power. So I'll probably just take it out and then get back to y'all once I have it out, and then we can compare this starter to the one that I just bought. So I got the original starter out, and now I have it sitting next to the one that I just purchased. So one thing you always want to do whenever you're replacing a part is compare your old part to the new part to see if you actually got the right part or a part that will work. Sometimes you can order something that says it's for your vehicle, and then it actually isn't, and you can spend a lot of time trying to get it fit when it just plain won't. So you always want to pull them out, compare size, compare bolt patterns, see if the number, like the count of the teeth, is the same over here, if they work the same way. See, that spins out the same direction as this one. This one, you'll notice, is a little longer, but that shouldn't be an issue. What could potentially be an issue is the distance from these holes up to this flat surface here, but this hole is the same distance to here as that one is to there. Now, you'll notice that this one has 2 mounting holes. This one has 1. I'm a-okay with that. This one should be plenty to hold it. The starter, or the power cable to the starter, is further back on this one. It's okay that it's further back. It would be an issue though if it was further forward, because the cable doesn't really have much further to go. This one, you can see for some reason someone put some RTV. There is an O-ring that seals it. I'm guessing it's because they had to take it off at one point and they put RTV because the O-ring was old. This one came with a new O-ring that I'll be putting on when I slap it into the motor. But overall, they seem to be close. This one should work and not be an issue. So I will go ahead and get this put in, and then I will get back to y'all when it's time to put the exhaust back together. Okay guys, So sometimes when you're working on stuff, it just really doesn't want to go in. And I want to take this moment to tell y'all, when something doesn't want to go in, isn't fitting right, don't get frustrated. Y'all need to just kind of keep calm and keep moving with it. Come closer over here and you can see the starter is kind of like the majority of the way in. A little bit more down into the front. But it's not quite going all the way in. I can jiggle it around a little bit, but I can't seem to actually get it lined up. Oh, and fitting in. Oh, well, I say that. There we go. It actually just went in. But the important thing is here, when something's not working, stay calm. If you get frustrated or try and rush something, you're gonna break something. And the last thing you want to do is break your new part or break something else while you're fixing it. So just stay calm. Now I'll get this all bolted up and then I'll pick back up with y'all. Okay guys, now I'm gonna go ahead. I just got the starter back in. I got the power hooked back up to it, got the bolts tight. So now I'm gonna go ahead and slap this exhaust back on, just the reverse of the way we just took it off. So as y'all saw from the time lapse, I just got the exhaust all finished up. The starter is down in there. I need to get a battery. So, sorry yellow jet ski. So I got the cap off of the 650 here. Going to be stealing the battery out, and as y'all can see, this one is very much not stock. It is a swap that is done of questionable quality. Some of this stuff is my own doing. Some of it is a previous owner's doing. But here in the next, I'll say few months, could be longer, this thing will be torn down and completely redone. The engine will come out. This thing leaks like crazy from the jet drive. I'll fix all that. We'll completely redo the outside of it. It'll get rid of this horrendous blue padding, and we'll actually make it run. That's probably the most important thing, because right now it has no spark, and I don't entirely know why. Probably something to do with the stator, but figured I'd show you all the inside of this, and I will go ahead and steal the battery. Okay, so I got everything installed. I stole the battery out of the 650. Got the battery down in there, hooked up the cables. I have the choke on. Now, I turned the choke on because I'm staying here with confidence that it's going to turn over and just start. Reality, I don't even know if it's going to turn over, but whoa, that's a fast turning starter. That is a really fast turning starter. question is, why is it not running? Seems to be getting fuel. Gotta give it the old sniff test every once in a while. See if the fuel is getting all the way through. Hey. Well, it coughed there for a second. There you go. So it would seem that our new starter works. It turns over really fast, which is good. This starter always has been notorious for turning over really slow. And I don't know if you all understand how these carburetors work. There's a diaphragm, and it uses a vacuum to pulse that diaphragm in and out to essentially kind of pump fuel through here. So when you're doing a cold start after it's been sitting a while, when it's moving really slow, the vacuum's low and the pulse signal isn't very long, so it takes a long time to suck fuel through. But now that it spins faster to get through, and I mean, I'm sure now I could probably just, yeah, it'll start right back up. So that first start, it always takes a little longer, but this starter should definitely help. So that'll do it. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we have a Instagram page now too, so go follow Rotaries and Jet Skis on Instagram. Thank you all.